Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Meyer Tribe home. And I'm very happy to be here tonight. My name is John Pehar. I've been a lot of their teachers to a lot of them. Thank you, Debbie, for asking me to do this. It's an honor, and I'm happy to be here. So I'd like to say that this past year, 10 of these 16 students have been in my classroom for either academics or cheerleading or ASB. And I'm happy to report that they passed all of my classes. I don't want to make this a mushy experience. I want it to be fun for them. But I do want to say a few encouraging things and some sentimental thoughts at the end. I think they've heard enough of the other stuff. So I want to focus on the positive and celebrate the great seniors here and make it a fun evening. Before I begin, I'd like to just say a couple things I thought about, and maybe they can help me out. Fill in the sentence. I'll give them a few. I'll be happier when sports resume. Hugs are possible. Car chases dominate an entire news hour. There was one the other day because there was no other news. My weekly grocery shopping is under 30 minutes. Toilet paper rationing ends. I can put my phone down for more than 5 minutes. I think I've done that. I can walk in and sit in a restaurant and have a meal. I did that actually down in Orange County yesterday. When my Facebook viewing returns to 2 hours a month, not 2 hours a day. Face masks are a vague memory, and social distancing is removed from the English dictionary. And then one day my students will say, what is social distancing? And do you guys have a few of those that you'd like to add to it? What will you be happier when something happens? When the sun goes down. Colby. Yeah, it is pretty warm. It's not bad. Okay. All right. So let's get started. We're going to do this in order that you have on your card. We're going to start with, I'll say your name, I'll read what you wrote, this is what they wrote, and then Debbie and I kind of went through it. Yes. And if I don't understand some of it, I'm sorry, but I'll do my best. So after I say your name, I'll say what you said, and then what you wrote, and then I'll say your name again, and you come up and get your diploma. All right? Okay. Our first graduate tonight, Sarah Shin. Sarah's academic accomplishments are remarkable. She completed 13 AP and honors courses, received AP Scholar with Distinction Award, and AP with WE Service Recognition Award. Sarah was also quite an accomplished outside the classroom, receiving Youth Mentor Award for Robotics, Silver Award, Coaches Award for Lacrosse. Sarah has also participated in the YMCA Youth and Government Program and is proud to be being a bill sponsor. Sarah will attend UCSB in the fall and wants to be a pediatrician or a pediatric neurologist. Her fondest CV memory is skipping school to get chicken in downtown LA. She is proud of having the best friends in the world. Yeah. Sarah Chin. Woo!
Turn. Right here. Okay.
Our next graduate, Ella Crystal. Ella has been a member of the Crescenta Valley Academy's Science and Medicine for 3 years. This is a very prestigious program. In addition to her academic focus, Ella played both basketball and lacrosse all 4 years at Crescenta Valley. Her fondest memory of CVHS was the homecoming assembly her junior year. Next year, Ella is heading to the University of Oregon, go Ducks, to study biology. Are you? Wow, you okay? So she's going to study biology. Her studies will prepare her for achieving her goal of becoming a dentist. Yeah. Let's go, Falcon Duck. Come on up, Ella Crystal.
Can we have them take their masks off or not?
Don't do that first.
All right.
Do you want to do one with your mask off? I guess we can do masks off later.
Yeah, we'll do that. The back couple of people will be better when
Our next graduate, Aaron Garcia. Aaron's academic highlights include getting Scholar Athlete Achievement Award in his senior year and passing Mr. Gregorian's Calc AP class. He was most proud of getting through Miss Choi's and Miss Zamorato's English class. Yes, I bless you for that. Okay. Aaron was a recipient of the Sonia Castaneda Memorial Award and was a role model coaching Gladiator football team. His fondest memory of high school is going to Florida for the football event that occurred a couple years ago and being able to mess around with his friends. Next year, Aaron is attending Oregon State University to learn forestry and civil engineering, and he plans to make a positive impact on people's lives. Aaron is most proud of his friends and his family and the great memories. Congratulations, Aaron Garcia. Yeah, well, by the way, it's got to be on your right side. You can see your left. Put it on your right side right now. Yeah, no, you can do it on your left after we do this. Or you do it all together. Why don't we just do it all together so everybody can do it on the right?
Wait, you graduated earlier.
Our next student. By the way, Aaron was one of those that passed my economics class this past semester. I hope he got my credit card stuff. Did you download it? Sure. Building credit? No, you didn't do it. It's still there. Okay. Our next graduate, Jocelyn Grande. Jocelyn is the quintessential Falcon Pride tradition honor. I agree. So are her sisters, by the way. She is the ASB president, and although school has been remote since March, she has still managed to keep certain traditions alive. Jocelyn was the director of activities during her junior year, and unfortunately, that was the year when homecoming game was canceled. But again, she was able to find ways to ensure everyone had fun. Jocelyn's fondest memory of CV is watching Emily try to park every day. Jocelyn got into every college she applied to, which is a huge accomplishment. However, she is most proud of getting an excessive absent notice 3 years in a row. Next year, Jocelyn is off to San Diego State, and her future will be bright as long as she is surrounded by dogs. I want to say this about Jocelyn on my part. Jocelyn has been my student for 4 years.
Don't cry.
And if I say too much, I'll cry. But let me tell you, like I said, sorry, sisters, they saved the best for last. Okay? Love them all. Anyway, Jocelyn Grande.
You want a picture?
That's our president.
Don't graduate too fast.
Oh, boy.
Our next graduate, Tina Keogh. Christina's endless school spirit, I agree. Her fondest memory of CV is cheering at a football and basketball games. Making it onto Pep Squad song team is one of her proudest accomplishments, and becoming director of school spirit in ASB this year. Next year, Tina is headed to San Diego State. I sense trouble with those two there. And this is no easy feat. And sorry, a couple of grammar errors I missed. And this is no easy feat, and it's what she is most proud of academically. She will be majoring in dance in hopes of later pursuing a career involving dance and children. Christina wants to thank Chucky for sharing her proudest moment of winning prom court. She also wants to thank all of her family and friends for making her high school experience unforgettable. She loves you all. She loves you guys always. Christina Keogh.
You good? Yeah. I can see your smile. That was great.
Yes, Tina. Yeah, Tina, my queen. Tina, my queen.
Our next graduate,
Tina, my queen.
Lauren Costco. Lauren is most proud of being able to stay focused throughout her high school while making lifelong friends and memories. You have to think about that one. Lauren's academic determination resulted in her being a recipient of AP Scholar of Distinction Bilingual Competency Award, and she was in the top 9% of the junior class. Outside the classroom, Lauren is also quite accomplished. She became an officer of the Academy of Science and Medicine, started the Brain Club. I was always wondering who started that club. Along with her peers, and received an internship at a neuroscience lab at USC. Fight on. Lauren is also an accomplished musician, winning a Superior Award with Symphony. Lauren is a true Falcon, and her fondest memories of being part of the celebrations when CV football team won the CIF championship this year. Lauren will be a Bruin next year and has plans to go to medical school and become a radiologist. Lauren Costco.
Yeah, the pictures of that Buchanan mask.
I know. Those little stethoscopes are hilarious. This is for the Academy of Science and Medicine. That's what they're for. So Lau has one, Lauren has one. I can't
Our next graduate,
They took your
Rachel
photos all
McKinnell.
over.
I should mention this, that Jocelyn was a cheerleader and ASB. Rachel, cheerleader, cheer and song ASB. Christina, cheer and song ASB. And economics, and then Carly too. So I got a lot of those in here. So, Rachel, becoming director of activities and assemblies was one of the biggest highlights of Rachel's CV experience. It gave her the platform to organize and run homecoming assembly, watching the assembly go from whiteboard to in the ASB room to posters in the hallway, and finally to the big gym, and knowing that she was in charge was one of the best things to happen to her in years. How old are you? And now looking back and knowing, unfortunately, it was our last assembly makes it all more special. I was honored to have been a part of it. Aside from being a part of ASB, one of Rachel's biggest accomplishments was being a coach for Special Olympics. She thanks Jocelyn who introduced her to this incredible program. She looked forward to the Saturday mornings because it meant that she got to see all of her little friends at young athletes. Through her involvement, she learned that she loves working with athletes. Having the season cut short was hard, not only on me, but Emily and Jocelyn too. This is something that she will never forget. Rachel is most proud of her friends. All of them have had such an impact on her life. When they succeed, so does she. Go ahead, you can cry. She loves seeing them running down the hall and tell her that they have aced their tests. Or more likely, they didn't fail their test. Or how they skipped Mr. Bierman's class. I threw that one in. She is most proud of Jocelyn, Carly, Emily, and Christina. They have not only supported her throughout her high school, but they also support each other in everything they do. That is true. I see it every day. They have all achieved so much, and to see them following their dreams, getting into their dream college, and even making it through AP Bio makes Rachel proud to call them her best friends. Next year, Rachel will attend PCC studying childhood development. She plans to spend the year traveling with the LA Dance Magic Company to over 14 cities in the United States. Rachel's goal is to be a professional dancer. So look for her in music videos, movies, and a backup dancer. And if her dreams come true, she will be working with Lizzo.
Yes!
She also plans to teach dance at studio like Revolution Dance Center. And if things go as planned, I'm sure they will, she might be teaching at Christina Keogh's dance studio in a few years. Rachel McKinnell.
Please get one out there. They're all down. There's so many. Do it. You're amazing.
That's a lot of bling.
You did it.
Our next graduate, he's taller than me by 1.5 inches. Charlie. Charlie Chucky Meyer. Just depends who you're talking to. Charlie's most special memory at CV is winning the CIF championship this year. He played the last 2 games in a cast after breaking his wrist in game 2. He was not going to let that be the end of his high school football career. Chuck was named All-CIF and was named Lineman of the Year. Chuck also played Falcon basketball all 4 years. In his junior year, his team won 29 games. I think the second best in school history, right? Tied for first from 1971.
Yeah, get those stats.
And went all the way to the state semifinals, further than any other CV basketball team in history. As a senior, he was named first team All-Pacific League. Chuck did pretty well off the field and court as well. He earned the Scholar Athlete Award for every team he played on all 4 years. That's quite an accomplishment. And had the highest GPA on the team twice. Chuck has many things of which he is proud. However, he believes that at the top of his list is his humble acceptance when crowned prom king. Please note, prom was canceled. Chuck is off to UC Santa Cruz. He's going to be a banana slug. To be one of the biggest banana slugs around. I didn't see that, sorry guys. He hopes one day to be a lawyer, so it would be good to keep his number handy. Chucky Meyer.
Chuck, wait.
Damn, he's tall.
This next graduate, I think, had some difficulty getting here. The traffic was really terrible, I heard. Anthony Norkus. May I introduce you to Anthony Norkus, who can proudly state that he has never been late to class. Is that true? Yeah, I don't think he was ever late to my class. One of his biggest high school achievements was winning the Comedy Sports California Championship. Congratulations. Anthony is an incredible teammate. He played CV football team 4 years and is most proud of being part of the CIF championship team. Anthony finds joy in everything, and his fondest memories are hanging with the boys and deciding what they were going to do on Friday nights. Anthony is headed to Cal State Northridge in the fall to study television production and hopes to be a director or producer someday. So keep an eye out on the credits. I'm sure you will see his name. Anthony Norkus.
That's my boy. Norkus. Woo!
Our next graduate, Vincent Parrott. Vincent is very proud to be part today graduating. To be here today graduating. He's very proud of it. Sorry, I had to make a correction here. Vincent, it says Vinny here, but I gotta say Vincent or I'm gonna get in trouble. Is a two-sport athlete playing football and baseball all 4 years. He is forced to be reckoned with. Not surprisingly, the highlight of his CV experience was winning the CIF championship this year. Vinny shared that his biggest academic achievement was not failing a class a second time. We are proud of you too. Next year, Vincent will be attending PCC and has aspirations of being the world's greatest beer maker. I have one thing I want to add about Vinny. When he was a freshman, Coach Schilling came up to me and he said, "Hey, do you know Vinny Parrott?" I said, "Yeah, I kind of know who he is." And he goes, "Well, next year he's going to be our punt returner." And I go, "Okay." And he's like, because that's what Coach Schilling likes to do. He just like to talk it up. He's like looking for me. I said, "Well, I don't know him that well." And I said, "Well, what do you think?" And he says, "Well, let me tell you. He's not afraid to catch the ball and take a hit. And he's tough." I said, "Okay." I said, "Well, then you need to make him your punt returner." And look at where he did. Look where he went. I got to watch him play. Great job. That was my Coach Schilling story. I had to share it with you. All right, Vincent Parrott, come on up.
Good enough?
Gotta make sure you get one good one.
You're like, I'm down.
Our next senior graduate, Colby Rees. Colby is a 4-year, 2-sport athlete. Congratulations. His talent, speed, and determination were CV's secret weapon for both football and baseball. He was a major contributor to the Pacific League Championship won in both sports. His individual distinctions include 2-time first team All-League honors, MVP, first team All-CIF honors, and football team captain. Colby is very proud of his opening day walk-off, and being on homecoming court was also a fine moment. Next year, Colby will be attending GCC and hopes to be a constructional engineer when he grows up. I think you're growing up. Good job, dude. Colby Rees. They got the bling. Hey guys, show the bling. Show the bling. We'll do it after too. Okay. I'm going to go slow here. Our next senior, Lautaro Ibarra Oroca. I didn't say it right? Did I say it right? I said it right. I never knew that until his senior year. I just knew him as Lau. Lau is one of the biggest human beings you will ever meet. I agree. He has a heart of gold. This boy came to CV from Argentina. Notice how I said it with an accent? And made the most of his 4 years at CV. He never played American football until he got to CV, yet took to the field like a natural. His hard work and dedication paid off, and like his teammates, his highlight was winning the CIF championship. Lau is not all charm and brawn. That's what it says here. He is also one smart kid. His biggest academic accomplishment was never falling below 3.6 GPA. Lau is most proud of finishing senior year with a 4.0 or higher and is headed to PCC next year to see what he wants to do with his life. He hopes to pursue a job in the field of medicine. Lau hopes to stay in contact with all of his friends and create a lot of memories in the future, which I'm sure he will. Let me tell you, when I first met Lau, I thought he was a senior. He was a junior. And then the next year, he was a sophomore. And then the next year, I'm like, okay, he's got to be a senior this year. No, he was a junior. And the reason why I thought that is because he was so mature. and he was so polite. And I see that every day, and I agree with everything that I just read here. So, Lau, come on up here. Good job, buddy. It's a pleasure to know you. And underneath that miter board looks like the shortest hair I've ever seen him in.
Love you, Lau. Where'd he go? He's gone. We lost him.
Our next graduate, Kristen Sung. Apparently she's got connections. Kristen Sung is graduating from Maranatha High School and is one of Sarah Shin's best friends. So we are so happy to have her celebrating her graduation with her best friend. Kristen graduated with high honors and is the recipient of AP Scholar Award with honors. Kristen is not only a scholar, she is a big heart and is dedicated in giving back. Kristen's entrepreneurial and philanthropic spirit, hey, I got that right, led to her to start a club to feed the homeless. She created the club in collaboration with the Door of Hope organization in Pasadena. Kristen was part of the dance company all 4 years in high school. Next year, she is headed to the University of Washington, UW, and majoring in political science. These are wonderful accomplishments, and she is most proud of her friends and friendship she has made. Kristen Sung.
Yeah, Kristen. Let's go.
Our next graduate, Carly Vinsiri. Carly's warmth and heart is felt by all who know her. She epitomizes the Falcon spirit. She made song her freshman year and has been entertaining CV fans and winning competitions with the squad for the past 4 years. Carly was captain and co-captain of song and is proud of making it to finals this past year. That was quite an accomplishment. Carly not only dedicated her time and talent to CV song, she also included her pursuit of love of dance with RDC. Dancing competitively through her senior year, after 15 years of dedication, Carly earned Performer of the Year and was invited to dance teams and received scholarships for her solo performances. Carly not only dances like an angel, she also reached heights academically. Her biggest academic accomplishment was pulling straight A's through high school. A scholar athlete all 4 years, her hard work and focus paid off. She will be attending TCU. She's going to be a frog. You know those purple frogs. And as a movement science major in the Department of Kinesiology. She knows kinesiology. I saw her at, what's the place called? Aspire all the time, getting fixed up. Carly made the most of her high school career, and her fondest memories are of her friends. She thinks of the assemblies, the rallies, the games, the dances, the holidays, and even just the random days at school are the moments that made memories that she will never forget. Although Carly is not sure of what she will do in the future, her dream job is to become an anesthesiologist or just to end up helping people in some way in the medical field. I agree with that 100%. She will do that. She's always caring. Carly Vinsiri. next Falcon, Emily Wong. Emily squeezed the most out of her high school experience, academically, athletically, and socially. She will be attending USC next year, fight on, studying computer science and possibly environmental engineering. Emily did what she needed to do, and her greatest academic accomplishment were surviving AP Biology with Ms. Twasson. Bless you. And pulling off an A in Ms. Twasson's bio is far from easy. Agreed 100%. Emily was a member and officer of the Academy of Science and Medicine and completed all academy requirements, which required her to take a, I didn't write this, buttload of classes every year.
That's right.
When Emily wasn't studying, she was dancing. She was an empower dancer for her JKDC dance company. Yet her fondest memories of CV were snacks and lunches spent with Rachel, Christina, Carly, and Jocelyn, hanging out in the student store with Mama, which is our student store clerk, and this is Safi, and also on the rally platform too, right?
Of course.
Dancing, playing music, and taking pictures for the yearbook. Emily and her friends loved CV so much that trespassing onto CV campus during quarantine at ungodly hours is now also one of her favorite memories. You just had to wait till what's his name left. Now put it on your right. Emily Wong. They've been pretty easy on me. I thought they'd give me a harder time tonight. The girls are going to give me a hard time. The guys won't. Our final, am I right?
Yeah.
And last but not least, we get to the Z's. Hannah Sicardi. Hannah loved her high school experience. CV gave her great friends and great opportunities. Her fondest memories are going to sporting events with friends. Hannah played girls water polo, and one of the greatest accomplishments was winning the D half, or is it 1-2? The 1-2 tournament her sophomore year. Well, it's, okay. Hannah, like all of the students here, worked hard in school. Her academic accomplishments, of which she was most proud of, her ability to conquer math, earning a B or higher in all 4 years. What about my class? Oh, okay. You got an A. That's right. Hannah will be attending GCC next year and will definitely succeed in whatever she sets her mind to. I got to meet her this past fall, and I will say every day she walked into my classroom, she had a huge smile on her face. Right after lunch, too. And she was on time, which is an accomplishment. Hannah Sicardi. Just a second, we're just about to...
Like, are you done? What's going on out there?
Just a second. I'm going to have you stand up. Just a second. Okay? Oh, yes. Okay. So before we close, we have a couple more things to do. Jocelyn Grande would like to give her ASB president graduate remarks.
take this off. It's a little hot. My biggest fans. Hi, class of 2020, or my friends. My name is Jocelyn Grandy, and I had the honor of being your 2019-2020 ASB president. I hope you already knew that, though. Although this year did not end as any of us had planned, I could not have picked a better class or school to represent. So thank you to all of you. When this year, our year, was cut short, we as a class shared the same emotion, the feeling you would have if the last 4 pages of a great book had been ripped out, the feeling of not knowing what will happen to the characters, not knowing if everything ends up all right, the unsettling feeling of the unknown, the sadness of the abrupt end, the anger at the loss, the uncertainty of the present and the future. In its own way, though, this pandemic has given us something beautiful to remember. CV is more than just a place we went to every day to turn in our homework and to take tests. It has been our home. The student store kitchen, the benches in the quad are dining room tables, if you were lucky enough to get one, and the desks sometimes are bedrooms. We were so fortunate to have had our home because it means we were lucky enough to have had. We were so fortunate to miss our home because it means we were lucky enough to have had it and to have loved it. The class of 2020 has grown and has grown together. Think back to the person you were freshman year and look at yourself now. You have become team captains, club presidents, artists, scholars, agents of change, and CIF champions. I am extremely proud of each and every one of you as you have become advocates for yourself and what you believe in. I am honored to represent such a beautiful, accomplished, and diverse class. Each and every one of you has changed me, changed each other, and changed CV forever. No, this isn't the ending we were promised, wearing caps and gowns, taking pictures with our friends, surrounded by our family cheering us on, the High School Musical ending, the jumping picture holding hands. But we have pictures we took at assemblies, pictures running into 5th period late from lunch, pictures from senior nacho freshman year, pictures with our friends at homecoming and winter formal. We have limitless pictures that make a mosaic of happy memories here at CV that all come together to show a beautiful place that we all call home. No, we didn't get that one day, but we have had the meaningful and memorable day-to-days, and we will forever have had this home to come back to. And that is so much more important, and that is what we will remember from CV. Thank you to our teachers, administrators, and staff and the CV community for encouraging us to grow, achieve, and ultimately be ready for all of our tomorrows. And to my fellow seniors, thank you for allowing me the privilege of being your classmate at CV and giving me the opportunity to serve as your ASB president. In the words of the great philosopher we've loved since kindergarten, Dr. Seuss, don't cry because it's over, smile because it happened. Let's continue to look forward because our future still remains so bright. I hope that wherever you land next, you find a new home you can love as we have loved CV. And remember that this nest, this home, will always have room for you. Fly high, class of 2020. Once a Falcon, always a Falcon. Also, I have one more thing that I need to do. I need to make this very official right now. That was a lot of noises. ASMR. Okay. I would like to bring up here Chucky Meyer, our prom king. And Christina Keogh, our prom queen. Who saw it coming? We have little bumps. It's official now. Congratulations, guys.
Next, we have Rachel McKinnell. She'd like to say a few words.
We'll do them after I do.
Get you after.
Hi, everyone. So I wrote a poem for my English class. It was our last senior final project, and I wanted to share it today. It's called Falcon Forever. I walked into campus with a smile on my face, but little did I know that this was only the beginning of the race. It was my first day It was my first class of the day, so I sat in my chair, but I was in the wrong class and completely unaware. The first year is all about figuring the campus out. This is when you get a feel for what CV is all about. The next 2 years sort of blend together in my mind, but maybe that is how they were designed. Even though they were filled with fun times and success, those were also the years of the most stress. Your second and third years are all about figuring yourself out. As for my place at CV, I had found it in myself. The best years always save for last, but these days it feels like that has all passed. I miss the days where I can meet friends in the quad, but for now we must find other ways to hang out as a squad. We can't forget all the good times we had at CV, because all of it led up to us being... Sorry, I'm gonna re-say that word. We can't forget all of the good times we had, because all of it led up to us being a CV grad. I will never forget that campus, no matter if I am still here or wherever. Once a Falcon, always a Falcon, forever.
So before we go on to the next step, I just want to say a couple things in closing. From me to all of you, I truly wish, and I know you will, enjoy your lives, follow your dreams. Ralph Waldo Emerson said, nothing great can be accomplished without enthusiasm, and I think you have it here. It is possible, remember this, it is possible to succeed in life despite great obstacles. You've had one recently. Dr. Jonas Salk, I found this one recently. He said, there is hope in dreams, imagination, and in the courage of those who wish to make those dreams reality. I ask you to do a favor for all of us, and for me, especially for me, is never forget who you are and where you came from. You are Falcons from Crescenta Valley. Please visit often as you can, and I say thank you to you. So at this time, I'd like you to stand, and we'll do it on the count of 3, right to left. 1, 2, 3. Congratulations to the class of 2020. You are now graduates. Stay standing.
CVHS, go fight, win! All right!